How's it going, everyone? CapKing74 and welcome back to an episode of Pokemon Platinum. So nice, in the last episode we went to Cynthia's hometown and we learned about the legend of Palkia and Dialga, and we made it all the way to the Spear Pillar and we caught the two legendary Pokemon, Dialga and Palkia. Which reminds me, I've checked what their stats are. So I did say that we were actually going to do that, but I did not. Alright, let's see what Dialga is before I whip out my phone. So you're going to hear me keep saying so yeah, you're going to be hearing that for a lot. Alright, it's a careful nature. That is... Okay, so it's very good with special defense, but not good with special attack. We'll try and live with it. Palkia has the calm nature, which raises special defense, but less attack. I think this one's actually the good one, because you know, it's going to be using, if it's going to use like special attacks, by all means. Yeah, it has a high chance of critical hit. It's ice. Basically, it's basically like a hyper beam. It charges for the next turn. So yeah. Now, there's one Pokemon I did not come across too. Well, technically, I do not have that Pokemon. The Pokemon that if you come across to the Medifee event, which is the Pokemon Ranger game, you can actually breed a Medifee if you have a Ditto. Unfortunately, I do not have the Medifee with me. I'll have to ask my friend if he can trade it. Apparently, he cannot. Unfortunately, though, he doesn't work on his thing apparently because he did have Pokemon Ranger and then he just sold it, so that means I can't get that event. Oh well. So anyways, you can breed this Medifee, and if you had a Ditto and a Medifee, put it in the Pokemon daycare center, and then you'll get an egg from it. Then you get a Pokemon called Preona. Preona is the worst version of Medifee. I'm not even gonna bio it, just give you the heads up. It has weak attack, weak defense, weak special attack, weak special defense, and weak speed, and weak HP. They should have thought about, you know, Preona evolving into a Manaphy, but I guess that did not happen until Melmetal, a Pokemon thing you could get from Pokemon Go, and then, you know, Melmetal evolves into a Meltan. And that's the only mythical Pokemon that can evolve from that. But I guess it just doesn't want to do that, unfortunately. Fiona does not evolve into Manaphy. That's probably one thing I probably will not be showing that. But anyways, the reason why I'm back here, luckily my friend accessed a code for this one, so nice. Good day, you must be straight. I wouldn't have this. The Astel Flute. This is an event that you can get. So why don't we check what that is? Key items. A flute that plays from original song that does not seem to be in this world. It is unknown who made it. Now, I will talk about what that item is later on, but apparently it doesn't say anything about what to do with it. Why don't we try going to Spear Pillar and see if that will do anything? So guys, I'll meet you at Spear Pillar once again. So near to the top of Spear Pillar outside. Stuart's acid flute is making a sound. Would you like to blow into the acid flute? Arceus. It is the origin of the entire Pokemon world, and possibly the Alpha Pokemon. Arceus is a normal type Pokemon. Later on, it will get its types changed with the plates that you hold. It has a probably 120 stat base. Basically, it becomes any. You could give it anything. You could give it good attack or special attack, or anything like that. It's level 80, probably the highest level that I'm guessing. I don't know if there's any Pokemon that overweights the level. I don't know if I'm wrong about that. And it has a 3 chance of catch rate, so good luck getting the Pokemon of the God. Because that is Arceus right there. It is a god of all Pokemon. Which is why we're going to use a Quick Ball at it. I was really hoping it will actually catch. But anyways, I should explain about Arceus's types it has. It has Refresh, Future Sight, Recover, and Hyper Beam. And then if you're playing the remake of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, it has Healing Wish, Future Sight, Recover, and Hyper Beam. Now, Arceus does have another move that it does have, but I think you'll have to level it up for the time being in order for it to reach that level, which is Judgment. It can only learn that when it's at level 100, so good luck with that. I will explain what that move actually does once we have captured the god itself. Now, the place that we're in, that we're fighting Arceus, it's called the Hall of Origin. A place that Arceus resembles. So nice. Getting this thing to its down HP, oh boy, good luck with that. Especially like if you do that recover, and you know, with any Pokemon that has recover. So it's trying to do Refresh. Apparently it's not poisoned or burned or paralyzed, just to give you the heads up of that. But we're going to try and actually freeze this thing. If we can't freeze it, then we'll try and put it to sleep. I'm just going to try, not to be ridiculous, I'm going to throw a Pokeball at it. Oh! I finally caught it. Oh, I guess not. Alright, fair play. Guess the Quick Ball wasn't quite enough, but I guess that kind of was. That's such a thing. Alright, so Close, and okay, here comes the Hyper Beam. Like I said, I don't think Hyper Beam will actually hurt us. Well, it might, because it's level 18. We did alright. Let me... I know I keep remembering... I think it just only has Hyper Beam with it. The only attack you can only do is just Future Sight. That's just about it. And I want to make sure that I do not use a Brick Break move, because if you kill it, well, guess what? You're going to get a chance to capture it again. Alright, so it's going to recharge, so I'm going to sing it. And I just remembered I did not went for the Pokemon Center in the last episode. Well, because there wasn't quite defeated from that battle, wasn't I? Arceus is asleep. Just for the sake of it, I might try one more Pokeball. If that doesn't work, oh god, no. Oh! Did it get it? Oh my god, it has one slice of HP. Oh my god. You know, let's catch it in the Pokeballs to be ridiculous. Nope. And it's whipping up and it's gonna use Recover. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. Let's use Recover. It might have to take a little bit of damage from you. And it's growth off half of its HP. It's like it's using Hyper Beam out of its... You know what, never mind, I'm not going to finish that sentence. That completely destroyed me. I do have one Pokemon that... Yeah, let's send out Wembley. I was planning to give Wembley, Yawn. But I don't think Paralyze will try and do it, because it'll try and use Recover. No, not Recover, Refresh. So the only move that I can only do is just Ice Punch, but however, I just want to see how much Ice can do. Well, it's Paralyzed. Which I wonder if it will use Refresh. Well, since we're trying to damage this thing and try and catch it, I could talk about the Acid Flute. The Acid Flute is originally from Pokemon Legends Arceus. But however though, in the remake of Diamond and Pearl, you can actually get this item without from the event. But however though, you'll have to do something in the Pokemon Legends Arceus game. You'll have to complete the main game and catch Arceus from that game. And then once you have the save data of that game, and then have the save data of Pokemon Legends Arceus, become champion in the remake of Diamond and Pearl, and then becoming champion, you'll get an item in your house that will contain the Acid Flute. So, yeah, like I said, you can actually get Arceus in this game, like, before you do the post game. I just went for a Screech to try and lower its attack. And we're going to try and see if we can try and catch it. Now, this would be a very good way to use your Master Ball on it. But however, though, I haven't, because I wasted it on a Cresselia, so you know what, big freaking whoop. But you know what, we're gonna try our darn best to catch this thing into a Pokeball. No, I'm gonna try and do that. Let's see if we could try and catch God in a Pokeball. Coming for you, God. I got about 13, so why not? If I get to about 50, I'll stop. I'll just use the regular Pokeballs, the Ultra Balls, and you know. I could go for one more attack, but however though, I used Screech, so I expect to not use that. One. If you catch Arceus, there is going to be another event that you can actually try and do. I don't know if it will work. I'm gonna go for an Ice Punch. No, it can't be frozen. And that Hyper Beam will surely destroy Wembley, unless... No, because I got... No, okay, it's still there. I could go for a heal if I want to, and... Hang on. Am I faster than Arceus? I don't know, I do not want to predict that, thank you very much. So, you know what, let's just use it for stall. Was Arceus... Or was it because I used... Oh wait, no, it's because Arceus is paralyzed, that's why. For a minute there, I thought Snorlax outspeeded Arceus. No, apparently Arceus is just paralyzed. Oh, here we go, here's that refresh. So basically, it just got rid of that paralysis on it. That's what it did. So yeah, paralysis or poison or burn will not work. Well, it will work, but depending if I use it. So yeah. Now, fun fact, I haven't come across the Arceus, so this is actually the first time of me doing this while recording, so yeah, I only know about where to find Arceus at the Spear Pillar, and then have the item, and then, you know, go towards it, and that's it. You had 3 shakes in the Pokeball, why can't another one, or maybe it's getting instant catch on it? Well, technically, it was in a Pokeball in Legends Arceus, you just didn't bother to catch it, you just defeated it, and then, you know, boom, that's it. It says, I want to join you, that's it. I think the only level that Arceus was at, it was at level 85 at that game. And you're gonna keep using Refresh, even that you're not frozen or paralyzed. Oh yeah, net lower, in case if it's lower. But however, it's not lower, we're lower, so you know, let's throw a Premier Ball. Like how the Premier Balls were actually fixed in the remakes of these games, that you can actually buy, if you buy 10 Great Balls, then you'll get a Premier Ball with the bonus. I like that feature that they actually fixed. But you don't want to be hearing me talking about a god Pokemon. You probably just want me to, like, hear me try and catch this thing. That's what we're trying to do with a ridiculous idea with a Pokeball. Is what... Excuse me. It's what we've been trying to do. Future sites. And let's use one more Pokeball in case it gets in or not, then it's fine. Alright. Just for the sake of it, let's use a timer ball, because we probably use a lot of turns on it. No. Oh, you took that wobbly. Now how would wobbly eat? I feel like Chip Buddy should get the action, because you know Chip Buddy hasn't been in this fight. Alright, so I guess we'll follow the Ultra Balls then and see how that works. God's gonna make Giratina 5s. I hope not. It says on the chart that it has a 3% chance of getting it in. Oh, in case if the Pokeball was not quite enough. In future fact, even if it's a Psychic move, it still hits Dark type. I don't know if that... Is it? I don't know. I was thinking that, you know, did it not work in Generation 3? But again, I haven't played Generation 3 since a long time, jeez. Sorry. And just remember, Arceus does, if it runs out of PP, Arceus will go away. Or be caught again. I don't know if you can actually catch it, I don't know. I don't know how many turns that was, but I guess we'll throw a timer ball. I bought those net balls in case if we have trouble with Palkia, but we didn't have trouble with Palkia because it was just captured by an Ultra Ball. I should have just been a fool and throw Pokeball at it to see if that would work, but no, that's fine. You know what the hell, we'll throw 5 more, and then if that doesn't work out, we'll just speed up the main bit. Alright, I guess we're just gonna speed up the main bit. I think it's allowed with my buffers at this point. I don't know if it is. Let's go! Well, I guess the background was a bit about night time, but you know, but we weren't even inside a cave! Arceus, the alpha Pokemon, is said to have an appearance of the egg in a place where was nothing seemed of this world. So, you're probably thinking, oh, how am I going to get all the way down here now, because I can't, you know, do the thing. Well, just remember this place, because this is the last time that you're ever going to come to this place. If you want to know what that place is, it's called the Place of Origin. And, yep, you cannot turn back there ever again. So now that we have Arceus, I had to do a bit of research. You struggle And you know, it actually took itself out, so that was the second attempt that I had to do. So let's see what that Arceus, what nature does it have? But it has careful nature. Alright, so we have broad flexibility, I can't spell that right, so it's good with attack but not good with speed. However, its its legacy move, Judgment, is a special attack, so yeah, to be honest, like I said, it's not going to be in the Battle Frontier Pokemon, because it's a mythical Pokemon, that is why. So now that we have Arceus, now if I'm correctly and I'm wrong, I want to see if it is possible if the event is going to be there, because it was worse events. If you have Arceus in your party, just have it in front for the time being. I think you want to go in here. Yes, there'll be a man over here. Hello, if I was how people can be, I could explain anything what happened to be in Sinnoh. In Sinnoh, there is a myth that came from as well, so I will give you the yourself as paper. I found that out, so it's from the research or whatever like so. Here it is. So we get a flame plate. I told this plate was created by the person, but this plate has been right now for this plate for the house. So he's just talking about the plates that we've collected. We shall meet again. So many people do not do this bit, but we got the flame plate. But however though, we will see this guy again if we go here. And just ride our bike all the way to the library. Yep, there's the guy right there. We meet again. So nice. Yes, the town that has clues from Mount Cord. It's called the Origin of Sinnoh. And it goes along this journey, yes. The way I see it, the only other was that was in this place where people were born. When the time of the spirit became those following about this world, when that process of space time and space went into between. People and Pokemon too had to be in a certain place. As I understand it, people and Pokemon were shown to be waking. That would to be understandable for that what it is. Becoming that place where both people and Pokemon intrigue. People looked into place of Pokemon and was used as trust. But how can that be? That would happen to be. A Pokemon, it says that have it shared this world. Can that Pokemon be the physical of the origin itself? It says that wants to be of this world. It seems to be of a point of the legend Dialga, the Pokemon of time, and Palkia, the Pokemon of space. Therefore, leaning back to Arceus, the Pokemon that made the advents. Oh yes. Oh, about those plates there. One plate reads, 3 become born between space and time. Where we were of these Pokemon were 3 of the Pokemon, those 3 Pokemon from the lake. It's about you seeing this way ourselves. The Mullen main in the opportunity that's what it says. Spain. But it all started with Arceus. The first one is known to be the origin one. Oh, by the way, I was packed out of this place. Seems that these books were lies. We don't care reading them. I have to say, I'm glad I come out to Sinnoh to see if I've heard of many of faraway lands. It was nice crossing, but I hope we will cross again. And that's it. That's the final time you ever see this person. So nice. These are the plates that we've been reading about. So yeah. So pretty sure that man has travelled quite a lot to see the myths of the Pokémon. So yeah, at least that's something that we have shown. So that's Arceus. It's been a bit hard to pronounce the name widely. But honestly, yeah, you can see Moon Island can be accepted. I don't know what happens if you do fail Dark White. Do you like come back to Moon Island and rematch it again? I don't know. But there is something that I do want to show off in Iron Island. If you get the 7th badge, so you know about my son, how to do first try for a day. So yeah, he'll be over here. I would waste your time, take this for accepting. We get the metal coat. So we've got like 2 metal coats right now. Then he'll be taking his leave. Another thing, which is right here. Remember that man that was digging about? Well, there was a man digging to the ruins of the unknown. We could try and speak to him about that. But I don't know if he's actually done with that, because in order for him to be done with that, I think you have to catch every single unknown alphabet. Yeah, the last time he was just digging around here, but now that it's gone bigger, every time when you get a badge. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, he's still digging. I think you have to collect some more unknown. And if you get all the alphabets of the unknown, he'll lead you to a cave that you can get an exclamation mark and a question mark unknown. And by the way, the item at the top bit is actually a rare candy that you can get. So yeah. Let me check how many unknowns do I have. Let me check. Okay, so I'm missing... I'm just missing 3 that I did off screen. That's probably about it, to be honest. Yeah. Alright, well, we tried all that. Oh yeah, there was also one more thing as well that I want to show off. So let me just quickly do that. Let me just refresh the recording. If you go back to the Team Galactic headquarters, this is it, Team Galactic. I'm sorry, it's the building of the person. Place. This guy's over here. So it's you. I've heard about what happened at the place of the Spear Pillar. Our leader, Master Cyrus, hated the very excision spirit. He hated the spirits involved. Played some controls. But a world without spirits who actually want that. So what now? What should we do about the galactic? But I'll be leaving that as that would never be as a sound. I hope so. So yeah, we don't see Mars or Juniper because they're going to look for a place called the Distortion World. They will not be in the Distortion World looking for Cyrus. They're just gone. I don't think you can actually find them anywhere. Then these meteorites, they're about 2 meteorites. If you have a Deoxys, you can actually make it use its attack form, defense form, and its speed form, and then its normal form. If you have a Deoxys inside your Pokemon thing, however, though, I don't know it's... Oh, if you want to know where Looker is, he's at the casino. Yep, there he is. And he's just telling us that you can teach it through most all my programs. Focus again. I wasn't. And just just some more dialogue. Like I said, I haven't played the casino bit of this bit because I had the UK version and apparently I ordered the American version. So yeah, that was a bit of a surprise that I can actually play it. So yeah, kudos to that. I don't think there's anything at all, especially our rival, but I don't think our rival will actually battle us. Well, let me check one more time if he will battle us. No, he won't. He won't battle us. So I think what you might try and have to do is kind of a bit. I think you have to fight all the gym leaders in here once again. And oh, we haven't fought you, but however, though I did put on something down below in the bottom screen that from the Discord that if you want to fight them, here are their movesets, and I guess that's just about it. Oh wait, there was another thing I probably want to show off. The plates that if you gift them to Arceus, one of them to Arceus, so we switch out. Go into our bag. What can we get? Let's give. We did have the fiery blade from that person. Yeah, he just gave us an extra one. So you're probably wondering, okay, what's that do? Arceus is now a fire type because it has the ability multi-type. Chooses any change types to match the plate that holds the plate. So yeah, now Arceus is now a fire type Pokemon. If it has the judgment, move, it'll become a fire type move. So yeah, you could turn Arceus to anything. Apparently there was supposed to be another type, but it was a question mark type. I mean, there was a sprite of it, but yeah. But I think that was supposed to be like the new type, the fairy type, but that did not come in until Generation 6. That Arceus has the fairy type plate. Yeah, that's just probably about it, I guess. Nothing else to do. I guess I could just. Well, no, because I was gonna do the Medivh event, but apparently, like I said, my friend does not have Pokemon Ranger games, so I guess that's another thing that we have to miss out on. I think what I probably want to do in the next episode is probably going to be the final bit of the episode. I think we're just going to rematch Cynthia. I think that's just my next bit. I probably do have to level up some of my Pokemon. I'll probably get them to about level 71 or 74, I don't know. Well, I do have these rare candies. Probably don't want to use them on my Pokemon. Let's see how I got. I got 28. Probably won't be enough to get to level 70, to be honest. I'll just... Don't worry, I'll just train them up. Alright, I guess that's it. So next time will be the finale episode. Now, you're probably wondering, oh, which Pokemon you're going to use in the finale episode. You're probably going to do what you're going to do in Pokemon Fire Red. No. I'm probably going to stick with the team that I have with me on this journey. Alright. So next time, we'll take on the champion again. We will rematch Cynthia. See you guys next time.